We're back. So, a few things should be much better right off the bat. It should be easier to hear compared to the music and stuff. Because the music was up like all the way, and I turned it down to like half. So that should be easier. Also, I forgot that this game could run at 1920 by 1080. So, it looks a lot better, and the graphics options were turned down. I guess I figured for some reason that they would be maxed out as a result of, I don't know, some kind of auto-detecting functionality, but this is a game from 2006, so I guess not. So we'll start by leveling up. Yeah, I feel like I wanna... but diplomacy's not a class skill. Bluff, maybe. Couldn't hurt. Oh man, another level 9 spell, jeez. Let's get some summoning in here. Be good. Oh, I can swap these out though. So what is Big B's Forceful Hand? When hand appears and attempts to bull rush one target. Okay. Knocks him down for 6 seconds per level, which is a pretty long time. Oh wait, I'm not even on the right one. This is the one I want. It's this prismatic spray. This is a pretty good one. It's Big B's Grasping Hand. Again, 6 seconds per level. Pretty good. Yeah, we can do without the delayed blast fireball. Can I not remove it? Oh, that's a shame. It's not like a wizard, like swapping spells back in and out. Okay, we got it. And we will go to Mulsantir. Loading time surprisingly long for a 14-year-old game.
Just ahead of us stand the gates of Mulsantir. You've been eviscerated, paralyzed, assaulted by spirits, and subjected to countless leagues of walking. How are you feeling?
Despite the rude awakening and raging bear spirits, I'm well.
Your resilience is admirable. Hopefully you have the energy for one more task before we find you some long overdue rest. I've brought you here to speak with Lyanna. She'll hopefully know what happened to you in the barrow. And why?
What can you tell me about this place?
Rashemen's cold winters and unforgiving landscape have crafted a folk that are, well, amusingly enough, cold and unforgiving. But this is my first encounter with these lands. What little I know is based on rumors of crazed barbarians and the masked witches that rule them.
witches. I'm certainly far from the Sword Coast.
Yes, and the Rashemen are not famous for their hospitality. They are especially distrusting of Red Wizards. While we're here, it's best I don't show off my robes.
Don't worry, if some villager wants to give you trouble, I'll handle it.
I can take care of myself, thank you thank you. Very few people ever concern themselves with my well-being. Should the locals grow hostile on account of my markings, their fear of Red Wizards will prove entirely justified. Was there something else?
Gosh, it's a nightmare. You mentioned Liana before. Who is she?
Liana is an associate of my mother, or so I've gathered. I've never met her or even heard of her until I was tasked to bring you to her.
Perhaps she'll be able to satisfy your curiosity as well as mine.
Whoever Liana is, we'll soon find out what she knows. Though I did send ahead a pair of servants to find her, and they have yet to return.
What sort of servants did you send?
Homunculi, sentient creatures crafted by my magics.
Sort of like me, only they're not as smart or as good looking.
Much like Kaji, only these were more primitive creations. It would not surprise me if they got lost on the way.
I need to know what really happened back in the barrow.
Hopefully Liana can answer that. I was instructed by my mother to retrieve you. She told me little else.
What does your mother have to do with all of this?
She merely gave me the task to find you. She did not tell me why. As the headmistress of my academy, she is often too busy for explanations.
If your mother is headmistress, I imagine that affords you special privileges.
If you're implying that I get special treatment because of my mother, I can assure you, my rank as an instructor is entirely earned, and not some token of inheritance.
Never mind, forget I said anything. Let's go.
These robes display my rank and affiliation as a Red Wizard, and the locals care very little for my people. As long as we're in Mulsantir, I shouldn't display my red robes. Give me a moment to adjust my attire.
Is everybody following? Good.
Yes.
You should level up. She got a lot of skill points. And she's got a feat too. I'm gonna give her maximize spell. She already got about a lot of spells, and oh my god, she gets 2 more of these. Jesus. What's this? It removes effects, power word kill. Yeah, that's a good one. I think I want that one. Also seems good. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Now I want to
Follow me closely.
Frania Wilkinsbane. There we go. up, Gullen? Chatter with Shelvidar if you like.
It's a long day. Can't use a drink.
Oh jeez. God, this camera is fucking terrible. Shelvidar Noom says, a wet and gloomy Mulsantir day to you, my friend. You did not perchance encounter an army of angry spirits on the road. I don't usually begin conversations this way, but the local shamans aren't usually in such peak, and my wagon isn't usually mired outside the city gates. I may have seen a few. Did you hear that, Gullen? Vink? A few Rashemen beast gods, and probably thirsting for my half-elven blood. This is a hard country, unkind to foreigners, and I try to keep myself behind as many walls as I can, and bide my time until I return home for the season. I'm seeking a theater and a woman named Liana. Then Timora has smiled twice upon you, for you'll find both within these walls. Pass through these gates and head straight on the road, ramshackle structure that smells distinctly of garlic and sour wine. And Liana, she's within. Indeed, and I've never seen her come out. Thank you, friend, you've been a good deal of help. Then a blessing has come to my mired wagon, hopefully the first of many, though I won't place any bets on the matter. Welcome to Mulsantir, my good lady. Oh god, oh god. Whew. God, I really hate this camera. I forgot how bad it was. It's been a few years since I played Neverwinter Nights 2. But I want to go to the Vale Theater. Or do I want to shop first? Mother Fedora. What do you got for me? It's a pretty good one. Scrolls. What's this? Intelligence +6. That's pretty nuts. Too bad I have no money whatsoever. Whoops. Okay. To the Vale Theater. I don't know why it had to load to make the door go away. What the fuck? Oh, it's already in dialogue. Safiya, the daughter of Nephris here. I should have recognized those two homunculi as your handiwork. What are you doing here, and what did you do to Ipsit and Sephi? We caught them nosing around the theater. The gnolls toyed with them for a while before dismembering them. Your primitive little creations are no more. What is this? How did you get in here? He's one of the necromancy students from the academy, probably another pawn in this ridiculous plot to unseat my mother. A shame I can't let you walk free, stranger, but you're as likely to warn the witches as to flee. As for you, Safiya, Ahriman would have us strangled if we let the headmistress's daughter slip away for a second time. Okay. Let's do strategy mode. We're putting God mode on. think I want to do it again with Safiya. And let's see how this turns out for us. So I'm gonna really branch out here. Lay down a storm. Seems like the kind of thing that might help right about now. What's up? It's weird. Why am I not doing anything? What the fuck?
Corpse-loving inbred scum.
Actions not allowed in my current state. What's that? Dazed? This is very weird. This feels like a bug. Anything I can do for Safiya on the ground over there? What if I use this? I'm still not allowed to cast spells. What does one do about being dazed? A fantastic question. Calls for a meteor storm. Fucked everything. So, don't get dazed is the moral of this story. This episode. Who the fuck are you? Oh, somebody talking to me already. A more timely entrance I've never seen in 40 years of theater. Leanna told us you'd be coming, though she said nothing of slaying red wizards, nor of saving our lives. That red wizard wasn't alone. There's more of them, and they've followed Leanna into the back rooms. You should get yourselves to safety. You should get yourselves to safety. I'll deal with the wizards. Wait! Leanna is no simple theater matron. She has a secret, a shadowy door that leads to a reflection of the veil. She's fled through the shadow door, I'm sure of it. Still, such tricks won't stop red wizards, not for long. Here, take this. As long as you've got the stone, the shadow door will open for you, and you'll be able to follow. A black stone? I've never seen its like. It swallows the light and reflects none. Yes, it's from that other realm on the far side of the portal. Like attracts like, I guess. Bring it close to a weak spot between the two worlds and a door opens. At least, that's what Liana told me. Quickly now, through the door at the back of the stage. Find Liana's bedroom and go to the back corner by the mirror. As long as you have that stone, you can't miss the door. Okay, let's get some loot. I feel like I have decent enough dexterity, I guess not, to use this bow. Oh, I don't have martial training, that's why. I gotta get in the D&D mindset. Go backstage. Safiya pauses mid-stride, her face wincing in pain. You look hurt. Something's not right. I told them not now. Why didn't I... My head... Just try and explain what's going on. Maybe I can help. There's this ringing in my ears, and this burning. My skin's burning. No, please don't. Don't what? Are you feeling alright? I thought you were going to try and help me. I was just saying don't bother. I think the pain is subsiding. I'll be fine, really. If you don't wish to talk about it, I'll understand. I wanted to. I mean, thank you for your concern, that is, but I suppose I owe you an explanation. I sometimes hear voices that are, well, not quite my own, though this is only the second time that the voices have been accompanied by pain. I keep hoping to find some logic to the whispers, but they just come and go without reason. You said this was the second time the voices brought pain. When was the first? It was at the barrow, just before I found you. I thought then it might have been malevolent spirits. What are the voices like? What do they say? They sound human, familiar almost. Quite often the voices are more of a distant haze, but sometimes whole words come across. During my apprenticeship, I read from the wrong scroll, and not knowing what I was doing, nearly incinerated myself. Before I could finish the chant, a voice in my head cried out and broke my concentration. It saved my life. I've rambled far too long. We should carry on and find Liana. If others from the academy are seeking her, we may not have much time. Then let's continue on. I say that. I also am probably going to take a rest here. Oh, but here's some gnolls. Have at you guys. Shit. God damn it, why didn't I save between battles? God mode.
Be on your guard.
think now that I understand how God mode works, that will ultimately be to my benefit.
Oh, yes.
Why did I choose sultry? Okay. So all the same will rest because we want them spell uses back. And we are not to the point in the game where we have a time limit, so. As much as the game wants to pretend that we do. Alright, let's go through this shadow portal. Look at this. It's a portal to the shadow plane. I've had enough run-ins with shadows for one lifetime. Yes, you're quite correct. You have an eye for the arcane. Stepping through should take us to a sort of inverted parallel of our own reality. Not everything is as it seems in the shadow plane. Still, if our wits are about us, we should have nothing to fear. Let's go through before it closes. Some shit's going down. Oh, there are already monsters all over us. Good old meteor storm can't cure. Super electrocuted. Oh shit, I electrocuted the chest and shit. I forgot there's things that can break. What's the spell? Nice. Stone. I think I'm stone skinned. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? Longbow. Ooh.
I think I have a bit too much in my pack.
Scrolls. Oh good, my favorite part of video games. Encumbrance. So you can have this dagger. Just giving this random odds and ends shit to Safiya. Probably this greatsword is weighing me down a bit.
I think you've mistaken me for a horse and
She's
wagon. Yes?
overweight.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
yes.
Oh no, what remains of the chest? Oh. Still some stuff. The table is ugly, unadorned, and spattered with old, dried blood. 2 heavy restraints are mounted on each end to bind a person's hand and feet. Reach out and touch the table. You reach out your hand, touch the tabletop, run your fingers across its smooth, polished surface. Something twists inside you where the shard once lay. Your ears are ringing, filling with noise. A voice rises through the din. A woman's voice, or is it 2? They sound so much the same. Your vision blurs, dark shapes are standing over you, tightening the straps on your hands and feet, so tight that your wrists and ankles burn, bleed. Concentrate on the dark shapes, try to make out their features. They are women, their faces nearly identical, one garbed in white, the other in red. Other figures lurk behind, shadowy and more bestial in form. The cold fingers of the women brush your chest, run a cold blade across your skin, and you cannot move, you cannot scream, you can only watch. The twisting in your chest becomes a burning, an echo of surging pain, growing and growing in its intensity. The women's arms are red to the elbows, their pale faces spattered in blood. Fight the pain, try to maintain the dream. One of the women, the one garbed in red, withdraws her hand from inside your chest. She holds a glittering shard. The red woman lowers her eyes and gazes into yours. For love. You mouth the words she speaks aloud. And now another set of shadows, the bestial shapes that have been lurking behind, rush forward, lifting you from the table, carrying you to the open door, bearing you into darkness. A darkness lit by dancing runes with a foul presence waiting within. Try to maintain the vision. You concentrate, but the dream is past. You withdraw your hand from the table, feeling weakened, drained. You paused. Did you see something? A vision? A recollection, perhaps? A memory, I think. This woman stood over me, pulled the shard from out of my chest, and said it was for love. In the plane of shadow, memories are closer to the surface of the mind. Such visions are not uncommon, especially when a memory is strong or suppressed. Oh, apparently I'm getting a second thing. Something is terribly familiar about this chamber, as if you once saw it in a dream, but only remembered just now. Your eyes are pulled toward the blood-stained table at the center of the room. You have lain upon that table, felt those restraints digging into your flesh. And then I was supposed to talk to the table and get that whole vision. But we did it backwards this time. And I'm actually going to call it there for today, because there's a big fight in the next room and it's going to be a pain. Talk to the table. Alright, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.